freshmen you have and the ones you've been most impressed with that you might see?
Yeah, some of the Ben Habron and Stephen Good in the line we expect to play. DeJuan Miller, Jamil Owens at receiver have done a really good job. We're expecting to play. R.J. Washington, Joseph Ibaloy are really close. We'll see. Those guys could play if we need them to, but they need a little more work, but aren't too far off. Justin Johnson is going to play. Who else? I don't know. There's so many. I'm trying to think I think those are the ones that stick out the most. I'm happy with all of them. Tress Way's doing a great job. Punting and kicking is going to be really good for us. Whether we use him this year, I don't know that it'd be right to use his year, but he's doing a great job. And all those guys, it's a really good class. I mean, I couldn't be happier with the whole group, and how they've worked and what they show the possibilities for the future.
Do you always feel that way, or
no? We've had years where some guys are, golly, he's not getting it, So I can't say that. I can say it now, and I'm not going to name anybody, but there have been times it's just like, this I don't know about this. Yeah. Well, or you from then to now is where, what, I just don't see it happening. This guy's so far away.
Do you ever see that 5-year rule passing where you don't have to worry about the red shirt and you can play guys if you want to?
Hopefully, it seems to eliminate all the red shirting or all of that. It'd be pretty good. Or you get to the end of the year like we did our first year with Quentin Griffin and had to pull him out of a red shirt with 4 games to go, and you'd hate, you just hate those situations. We didn't have much choice. We didn't really have anybody left. So,
Bob, along those same lines, your next week's opponent, Cincinnati, had a senior quarterback last year that's trying to get another year of eligibility. You've had a couple of players that have benefited from that. Do you think there should be a set standard, or are they doing it the right way, case by case basis?
I'm not speaking on in their case whatsoever because I don't know all the details at all about it. But I believe I believe they do have some type of standard. And I can't sit here and tell you exactly what it is, but I think there is one.
Ryan Broyles, it sounds like he's kind of coming on for you a couple of different ways. But how much will he be in the rotation, and what does he give you?
He is a player that has come on, and we expect him to have a big year. He shows a lot of ability to make big plays, make people miss him. I've said he's one of the guys since Mark Clayton left that reminds me of, and it's not fair to compare him to him, but he reminds me of Mark in when he gets the ball, making people miss him and making a big play sometimes when it's not there, those type of things, goes after the ball hard. He's a competitive guy, so we really like what he's done. Oh, he's going to be there all year for us.
Coach, I realize fans sometimes annoy him more than we do. I'll ask. At any rate, comments that
I don't know about that, Bob.
Comments
you just threw the fans under the bus.
Comments that I've heard from fans are what about the linebacking core? Of course, you mentioned Box already, but how about your linebackers? Are they strength?
I think they're doing well. I think they're working and performing to the levels we're used to. I expect them to get better as the year goes with the experience they're going to gain. But I think they've all have come on. They've worked hard. They've looked good, and they just need to keep gaining experience. But that's not unlike any other year when you graduate some guys. So, but again, I think there's a lot of ability there, and that'll keep getting better through the year.
Bob, talk about Brody Eldridge's importance to the offense's execution.
Well, Brody's really a key figure in about everything we do, whether it's running the football at the point of attack, and we use him in multiple positions, whether it's tight end, fullback, H-back, moving around. He's always a figure in pass protection, and helping a tackle or protecting the edge one way or the other. I've said it a lot. He's one of our most valuable players in how he plays, and consistently the way he blocks and the way he grades out has been as good or better than about anybody we've had for the last couple of years. So he's a very solid, excellent player for us, and you know, it was exciting to see him voted a captain because the players sure recognize it. We're the ones in the meeting room the next Monday after the game watching the tape, and you get that up-close view of every step and who's blocking who or who knocks a guy over, and the guys watch him, you know, and they're like, wow, this guy gets it done. And, you know, to the naked eye out there, someone just watching the running back run, they're not seeing what's happening in front of them, and Brody's usually one of the guys creating the scene.
You still get goosebumps at the beginning of a new season?
Oh,
Or butterflies, or
all of it, yeah. I love it. Yeah, absolutely. It's definitely a different feeling, and there's excitement more than anything. Yeah, there's unrest, which is good.
What do you look forward to the most, other than seeing how your team performs, but about the game day atmosphere?
That, I don't care about much of the other. Just, I want to see us play, you know, just to be in the heat of the moment and playing and trying, you know, hopefully seeing your guys perform and executing and making corrections, trying to see a positive result.
Well, your captain votes straight Democratic. In other words,
what man was that?
or Republican. The coaches ever Jerry makes a vote.
I don't. I'm sure it's happened. Or I would say this: if there was a case where I didn't feel a guy was at all what we want as a captain, I would pull it, and I'd pull a little dictatorship and say, no, that guy's not going to be. They might not know it, but I'm not going to. But I don't know that I've ever had to do that, to be honest with you. I don't think I have. But I mean, I of course am going to look at it and make sure it's what, you know, representative of the team and what it ought to be. But I sure don't put a guy that isn't voted for, and I'm not going to take a guy away from it if the team really wants it, if he's done what I feel is necessary. So for the most part, I haven't had to do that. In fact, I'm sitting here, I don't know that I have ever. But I'm saying I would at some point if I didn't feel a guy was representative of what we thought one ought to be.
Do you go game by game with the special teams captains too?
I have sometimes, at other times I haven't. So we didn't have one this year. There wasn't anybody that to me deserves that yet. So if we kind of like the polls, if we get about 5-6 weeks into it, I feel a guy deserves it, then we'll vote for him. But there's not one right now.
Now, with 5 teams ranked in the top 15, do you feel like the Big 12 is starting to reestablish itself as kind of a powerhouse conference in terms of depth?
I thought we did last year, so hopefully we can continue to do that. But I've always, we've always been a strong conference. Everybody can, that's coffee talk, who over a table, who's stronger than who, I don't know. It's about the same every year.
Is there any added pressure, starting year to year, top 10, top 5, for your team?
No. Doesn't much matter where we start. People expect us to be at the top. So start high or start low, they still expect it. It doesn't matter to me. It's just go play, see what we can do. Boy, that was a long one, Kenny.